welcome back to the channel. I alluded to it in my last video that my next video will be a rundown or build up to my next half marathon, which is Battersea half. 7.5 laps of Battersea Park. It's pretty flat. I've never been before, but I've heard it's a pretty quick course and could be on for a PB. So hopefully over these next 4 weeks, I can get myself in decent shape and get up to a decent speed where I can get a PB. This isn't my first half marathon. I've done a couple before. I'll give you a brief timeline and overview of everything that I've done and every race that I've partaken in. I'm definitely not competing for the medals. The only thing I'm getting at the end of this is a participation medal and hopefully a PB. Last year I did my first ever half marathon. I did Reading in a time in 1 hour 50. Then did Windsor later on in the year and I got down to 1:48. Earlier this year I did Wokingham half in a time of 1 hour 41. And I even managed to do my Brighton marathon in a time of 3:52. If you came here for elite running advice, I'd like to tell you that you're definitely in the wrong place. I am simply a participation runner, but I really enjoy the thrill of committing to something, trying to get a personal best. That feeling is great. I think anyone, doesn't matter what level of athletic ability you are, if you can get a personal best in something, you know you did all you could and you were better than your previous self. So it's just a great feeling anyway. And I'd encourage anyone to get into running, doesn't matter what the distance is. If you get a PB in it, it's a great feeling. The half marathon can be a tricky event. A lot of people overlook it. I've seen a couple of clips of people saying that anyone can do a half marathon, it's easy. But if you train hard and you want to try and get a decent time, it's a tricky event. I don't know if anybody saw recently, but Jakob Ingebrigtsen found out he's a pretty goated runner when it comes to anything under 5k or the 5k and anything under. He's probably the quickest guy in the world, and well, he got a bit unlucky at the Olympics, but across the average world championships, and if the chips were down, who would you bet on winning the race? Most people are betting on him. It's coming up to 12:30, which is when I need to head down to the track and get my session in. So today's session is 10 400s, 4 200s. I need to get some speed work in my legs because I'm 4 weeks out, so I haven't actually got that much time to prepare, and I've got a few life events in between. I don't have the joy of making this my job, but who knows, maybe one day. So I can't commit training, can't gear my days around training. I have to just kind of fit it in as and when, as you would have seen in my last video, working 9 to 5, trying to balance it all. Check it out if you haven't seen it. While I'm on the subject of it, like and subscribe while I'm here, all that YouTube stuff. So yeah, check it out. 30 subscribers, by the way. Big thanks to everyone. Investment to the channel, 20 quid off Amazon. Anyway, enough rambling. Back to the session. 10 400s, 4 200s. I did a long run on the Sunday just gone, and it was the longest run I've done for a while. I managed to smash out a half marathon, so I've got the endurance in my legs. I felt pretty good. 2 hours on my feet, just under a relatively comfortable pace. So yeah, let's head down to the track. All right, little 2 kilometer warm up done. It's pretty hot out here today. Wasn't that sunny when I left? Just got my warm up in this long sleeve, I'm roasting, but 2k warm up, 5 laps of the track. So going to get into the 400s now. Changes my speedy shoes, the Adi Zeros served me well. So yeah, insert B-roll footage of these 400s. Let's go. That was fun. 10 400s wrapped up. Averaged a decent pace. Probably went out a bit too hot for the first like 3 or 4. Pace for it on the last few. I'm sure I've spoken about my averages, what I got. But for me, really happy with that. Decent pace. 5k's only about 20:15, so running sub 4 kilometers. But again, use that pace being quite well under it for 400s. Pretty good with not much rest in between. So yeah, gonna get my breath, have some water, and it's into the 200s. See if we have a visit from the lactic sniper. So man, this is tough.
This never gets any easier. 200 done. Put the time up on the screen of my splits. That's so hard, especially after the 400s. It feels like you're running in treacle, but made it through. Good session. Glad it's done. Alright, I'm gonna cool down, go home, have some lunch. See you there. This is what you want after your session. Not the gate, so you got to jump the fence. It's about lower rib height. So we got a laugh. Watch this. Bit of parkour. That was fun.
Okay, this is like my third attempt at recording this video because the mic sound out of sync with my lip movement in the video, and it's really annoying. So we're going to go again. My goal, as I said, is to run Battersea half in under 1 hour 40. My PB is 1:41, so trying to break the 100-minute mark is huge for me. I ran my first half marathon in 1 hour and 50, and I thought, there's no way I'm going to get any quicker than that. No way I'm going to run any longer than that. I'll talk a bit about the track session that I did today. So I ran 10 400s and 4 200s. As I said, this is my third or fourth. This is my fourth half marathon, and I kind of know around for this training block. I've got the endurance. I've done it 3 times before, so I know what I need to work on, and for me it's the speed. So that's why I'm doing a few more speed sessions than I was before. Never used to include them in my training. It always used to be working on endurance, working on leg stability, making sure my legs don't crumble in the last few kilometers, and my lungs have got enough. My lungs have been there before, so they know how to get me around. But yeah, this time around, it's working on my foot turnover, trying to get a little bit faster. So yeah, that's the training for the next 4 weeks. I don't have very long, but I'm looking forward to the challenge. I'm going to try and dial everything in as well. Focus on my sleep, nutrition, hydration, supplements. I need to stretch, but don't actually stretch at all, so that is something that I'm going to be doing. And it's shameful to admit, but that's amateur running for you. Sleep is something that's super important. I've actually done a bit of, well, I say research, it just comes up on my TikTok of Andrew Huberman telling me how important sleep is, and I'm like, yeah man, I need my 7 to 8 hours. So I've been focusing on it a lot, and I'll insert a screenshot from my Coros data for my sleep. I know it's not the most accurate thing in the world, but if it's some numbers to go off, it's better than none. Every day I felt pretty refreshed. Go to bed, wake up, drink plenty of water in the morning, and then don't really get that crash after lunch, which I used to get if I'd get under 8 hours sleep and wake up and just drink coffee straight away. But wake up at a normal time. My body always normally wakes me up before my alarm, which I think is a good sign anyway. So yeah, dialing in the extras, making sure that it's not just the running that's going to contribute to my PB, it's controlling all the other bits. This feels a fitting time to ask, am I going to break 1 hour 40? He said yes. Oh, we have another guest joining us. Get the other guest involved. Am I going to break 1 hour 40? That's controversial. Any message for the 30 subscribers that we've currently got? That's really kind, isn't it? I'll carry this video on into tomorrow, but so far this week I did a 5k easy run yesterday and my track session today, so feeling pretty good. And yeah, I'll see you again tomorrow for another easy run.
Alright, just finished up. Friday night run, 8 kilometers. Calves felt a little bit strange after yesterday, but got loose in the end, actually felt pretty good. Entered a bit of a meditative flow state with the Oakleys and Beats. I'm like that guy when you spend all your VC on upgrading your player instead of actually upgrading their attributes. Anyway, conscious there's a lot of running talk in this video, but surprise, that's what this video is all about. So yeah, next video I'll make will be episode 2 of Operation Sub 140. We'll call it that title, why not? Shut up. Yeah, next video, episode 2, Operation Sub 140. I'll do a bit more of a rundown of my week, how I'm balancing it all, training, working, etc. This is purely just announcing what I'm going for, what I'm going to do. Always feel a bit weird about like sharing your goals. Like, is it best to just keep it in your head and then be like, oh yeah, that was fun? But I feel like voicing it and expressing I'm doing it proves that whatever, I'm just yapping at this point. But what I'm trying to say is, I hope this comes across as a bit relatable. Obviously I'm not the fastest runner, not the slowest, but hopefully I can look back on this video in like a year's time and be like, oh, remember when you couldn't break 140 for the half? Now you're running 138 or something stupid. But yeah, hopefully I can look back and look back at these videos fondly and progress, document me improving, get some quicker times. Hope this is more relatable, and if I can do it, anyone can. So yeah, cheers for watching. See you next video. Alright. I'll put that in at the end. Fucking hell.